Hello class 9, once again I am before you with the chapter People as Resource. In my previous class I told you about the story of Sakal and Vilas, how Sakal got education in the initial years and he completed a vocational course in computer that made him able and got him a job in a firm, and there because of the performance and because of the special software that he designed for the company which made him to get promotion and hike in the salary. But in contrast to Sakal, Vilas could not complete or do get education, and because he was not very much interested, and his father died when he was only 2 years of age, and he also suffered from arthritis, and the family lacked all means to visit or take him to the doctor. So physically also he was weak, so he remained with his same profession like his parents and sold fish in the market. So in this way what we see, that if any child is given education, then it converts him or it makes him future more bright, and in the sense that he gets good job, his standard of living in the family as well as his income or salary also increases and gives him a better life. And in contrast to Sakal, what we see, that Vilas suffered from the arthritis, he could not study, he remained illiterate, and he remained doing the same work that his parents did. So in both the cases we saw that education helps a person and improves his productivity, enhances his productivity, and makes him able to get better return in future. So that is why education has been made right, and it is the need of every child that they must be given education, or the investment must be made on them so that they can be converted into a better resource, they can be called a human capital. Now next topic that I am going to discuss here is economic activities done by men and women. So economic, all the activities means Vilas, he sold fish, and Sakal went to school and got a job, and Vilas was selling fish in the market. So both are doing different types of work, both earning or productivity is different, and both are getting different return from the market. So in this way what we have to see that economic activities have been classified into three groups, and on the basis of the exploitation of resources: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary sector includes all those activities in which directly natural resources or natural factors are utilized, and the product is also natural one. So what type of activities are included in primary sector? Farming, poultry farming, animal husbandry, beekeeping, and mining, etc. These activities in which natural factors are directly used and utilized, and then product is created, and product is also natural one. But secondary sector include all the industries or all the industrial activities in which production happens in various types of industries, whether the industries are big or small. Then tertiary sector, which does not produce any goods, but it provides services which helps in the production of primary and secondary sector. So in this way we have seen that all the economic activities have been classified or kept into three sectors: primary, secondary, and tertiary. And all the three sectors, they need or they take the help of each other. No one can say or can work independently. They have to take the help of each other, then only they can perform or they can develop properly. So in this way we have seen that people, those who are engaged in economic activities, they are not going to same workplace. All are doing as per their skill and knowledge, as per their qualifications. They are going to different workplaces, and in this way their earning is also different. And in this way what we have seen, that education and skill are the major determinant which determines what a person will earn in the market. Means if you are more educated, of course you will have more opportunity and you will become able to earn more. And if you are less educated, you won't be able to earn enough, and you won't be getting better return in future, and there may be little prospect or little opportunities before you. So education is very important because it enhances the productivity, it makes the people able and makes them to earn more and improve his lifestyle and get more satisfaction from the things that is needed in everyday's life. So education is very important because it helps the person to utilize or to perform and use all the economic activities present before him. So, but what we see that those who are educated, means educated parents, they have been seen that they invest more on their child education. But in contrast, those who are less educated or uneducated parents, they are not like that, because they themselves have never been to a school, they never know the importance of education, so they keep their children also in the same disadvantaged state, and they do not provide them all the basic things that is required to enhance the productivity of a person or a child. So it is very important. So educated parents, in this way we can say that they create a virtuous cycle in which everything is increasing or positive way, they all are progressing or forwarding. And in contrast, uneducated parents, they are not aware, they have never been there, they have not went to school. So what they do not provide and they do not care for all the basic necessities that is needed or that will enhance the productivity of a child. So they keep their children in same state, and as per their economically also they are unable to send them to school, so they let them on their own. They think that they can arrange for themselves. They do not think that if they will not go to school, if they will not miss, they will not invest on them, how they will progress and what type of future they will have when they will grow up. Okay, in next class I will see that division of labor, how labor is divided, and why women stay at home, and why they do household work, and why they are not paid